Hi everybody. This is Naija Info Group channel. You guys already know our main purpose is to give information about immigration and information, especially about our state, especially those that are in Italy, and especially about those people that want to come to Italy. And we are really concerned about safe migration, giving information on how you can migrate safely, because we believe that migration is part of human existence, and is part of our lives, and we what we care about is about safe migration. And that one does not mean that your country of origin is not good. That is not what we are saying. We are not convincing anybody, but we cannot deny the fact that we human migration is part of our existence. Okay, the last episode that we uploaded, we talk about visa, about the conversion of visa. Today we'll be talking about identity card. You know about this group. If you like what I'm going to talk about today, you just hit the subscribe button and like it. But if you don't like it, you can hit the dislike button. And at the end of this topic, after you must have listened to it, you can leave your comments, and I will be waiting to answer your questions. And also, if there is any contributions that anybody will want to also make, the page is opened in the comment section. You can also contribute because nobody knows it all. Today, I'll be talking about identity cards, especially those that are already living in Italy. Most of us, we know this identity card, we call it resident. And at times, the Italians call it document, because at times you are stopped by the police. For them to get your personal details, since this identity card contains your personal details, they will ask you of documento. They will say documento, meaning where is your document? And this is exactly what they are referring to, because it contains all your personal details, your height, everything. Your picture is there, your photograph is there, everything. It contains about your details. Then, at times, many of us need this identity card to be able to renew our documents. And also at times when we want to open bank account, it's very necessary. And also it's very necessary for your employer to write contract of work for you. Many people at times they have resident permit, but without this identity card, it's very difficult for the employer to write a contract of work for them, which is very vital in Italy, to show that you are working, you are paying tax. um, then you need contract of work. Then today we are going to be talking about this identity card. Where can we obtain this identity card? At what stage can we get it? And how can we renew it? And who are eligible to have this identity card? This is what I will be talking about today. And you always hear me say we. Yes, this is a group. Then we all do the research together, we put our heads together, then I represent the group. Thank you so much. Today we are going to be talking about identity card. Get your cutty boards, clean your ears, and listen very well. What is an identity card? Uh, the identity card that we are referring to is a personal data document with a photograph issued by the state, especially by your local government, what we call in Italy commune. You obtain it from the commune, that is from the local government. It can be on a paper, it can be on electronic media, it can be a plastic. But recently, from I believe from this year, on the 16th of January, I believe that the state has recommended plastic identity cards for everybody living in the country. Then this is, an identity card has the aim of proving the personal identity of its owner. That is you that is carrying the identity card. It has to show your photograph. It has to show your name. It has to show your place of residence. That is your address. Then, the second question here that I will be addressing is, who can request for this identity card? Who can request for it? If I come to a country with just visa of 3 months, can I request for this identity card? No. If I come to a country and I have visa of 6 months and I have not done the conversion of my visa to resident permits, can I request for this identity card? No. Not until you do the conversion, you cannot request for the identity card. And also, after this topic, I'll be addressing different types of residence permits. I'm supposed to have done it before now, just that many people keep asking me questions about this. But there is one thing that I want to also address here, because many people, you already have my number because of the kind of job I do. You call me direct. No, you can leave your comment here, because I may not have time to respond to everybody's question. That you have my number does not mean that you should be calling all the time. You have my work number. It doesn't mean that you should be calling me all the time for questions, because I have a lot of things also doing. Then you can always leave your questions here. I know, yes, at times people want to talk. People want me to talk. Some of you will stay online for 30 minutes. And I also have a lot of things that I'm doing apart from this. Okay, now, we all have different types of resident permits, and I will be addressing that in the next episode. Then today, let's focus on this identity card. Then is after you get your resident permit, the next thing you have to do is to go to the local government. That is what we call the commune. With this your resident permit, because without resident permit, they cannot issue you this identity card. And when the resident permit expires, if you don't go to update it, it will show that you don't have again. It will show, because even though it's 10 years, if you don't update it, you have to continuously update it. Go there and update it anytime you renew your residence permit. Then let's continue. After getting my residence permit, what do I need to do? It's to go to the commune. It's to go to the local government office in the office that are in charge of issuing this document, identity card. Then you go there, you fill a form. When you go there, then what are you going to carry with it? Then you have to carry your permit of stay, your document of permit of stay, carry it with you. Then you have to carry 3 photographs without you tying your hair, unless for religious reason, but your face has to be clear very well on the photograph. Then you have to fill the form just the way I have said. Then there is a little amount you pay. Depends on the local governments. Depends on the districts. Then you pay a little amount of money. Depends. I can't really tell you, okay, in my district they collect €5 and some cents. I can't tell you now, because it depends on the district. Then you give it to them. Then they will do everything and issue it to you. Depends also, the duration also depends on the districts, because there are some, you go there, they will do it for you that very day. There are some, you go there, it needs 7 working days. Then they post it to your house, or you go there to take it. But normally, they do post it to the house. But before, when it was just paper document, they will give you immediately. But now that it's plastic, they do post it to your house. They will post it through poster. Then the poster will bring a document to your house. Then you have to take that document to the poster to go and retrieve your ID card. This ID card is very, very important. At times many people will ask, what of it, how can I get ID cards for my children who are minors, who are underage? How can I get ID cards for them? Then it's very, very simple. Or maybe your child is not your child, you are just the guardian of that child. You have to also carry the child documents. There's no child that only have residence permits. You have to carry the child residence permits, then with your own, with photographs of that child theory. Then you have to fill the form. Then you have to be the one to sign for the child, because the child is another age, the child cannot sign. Then you have to be the one to sign for your daughter, for your son, or if you are a guardian to that child, you have to be the one to sign and fill your form also, that you are the parent of that, you are one of the parents of that child, or you are a guardian to that child until that child gets to 18. Then the duration of this ID card, normally this ID card is 10 years, but that does not mean that it goes in line with your document. Even if it's stated there that it's going to expire after 10 years, then it automatically gets blocked when your document expires. Then that is the reason why when you renew your document, you have to go to the commune to update your ID card. They are not going to give you a new one. They are just going to update it in the system. Then it shows that it's still valid. But if your document expires and you do not go there to update it, then you're on your own. It means your ID card is no longer valid. Then at times, if you are, maybe your document expired and the authority refused to renew your document for you, and you are issued the document to leave the territory, or you are to leave the territory without any appeal again, then you have to refund their ID card to them, because it belongs to the Italian authority. It's not your own. Then you have to refund it to them, because you need your residence permits to also renew the ID card. And if the authority refuses to issue you your residence permits, it means you have to return the ID card to them. That is all that I want to say today. Then if there is any question, try to ask the question. Please do not call my number, because most of you called my number and you talk for 30 minutes, 1 hour. I have a lot of things doing also. Please do not call my number. I do not want to be rude to anybody. Please leave your comments there. Or if at all you have my office number, you can send voice message to the WhatsApp. Then I will listen to it at my convenience time. Not calling me, because most of you say she doesn't respond to call. Then please, I have a lot of things doing. Thank you so much. Do have a wonderful day. Bye for now.